Hi, welcome to Pallets and More, and today I'm going to be making two simple laptop stands out of some reclaimed pallet wood. These are just some rough cut cardboard pieces I cut just to see if the idea and the sizing was going to work with my MacBook Pro. And now let's get into the video. So as you'll see, I'm just giving the boards a rough sanding. This is just to clean the boards up so that I can mark the templates onto the boards later on in the video. Don't worry though, I have sped the footage up so that you don't have to sit and watch an hour and a half of me just sanding pallet boards down. So that's the sanding over and done with. I hope it wasn't too bad for you guys. It wasn't double speed. So now I'm just going to grab my cardboard templates and just check to see how many stands I can get out of a board. And now I'm just roughly marking out the length of each stand onto each board just so I have a rough cut line to go to when I get onto the chop saw. So here I'm just going to quickly chop these boards down to length from the lines I marked out with my templates. So that's the boards roughly cut to length now, so I'm just going to put them back on the bench and mark them with the templates once more. So here I'm just going to draw around the template so I have a line to cut to in the next step. And here you can see the pencil lines I've just marked out with the templates. So here I'm just lining my rail saw up with the cut mark that I want to make, and then I'm just going to cut down through. I've set the depth to my saw so that it just goes through the pallet board so that I'm not cutting into the worktop too much. So now I'm finished with the rail, so I'm going to move over onto the jigsaw now and just cut out the final few cuts on these stands. I've chosen to do this with a jigsaw as I don't have access to a bandsaw, but if you do have access to a bandsaw then it will be much easier than the way I'm doing it in the video. You could also use a handsaw for this, or you could even use a coping saw if you had access to a coping saw. And now the pieces are starting to look more like laptop stands than just sawn bits of timber. So here I'm just marking them out to length, and then I'm going to chop them all to the same length with a stop set on the DeWalt chop saw that I'm using. And then here I've turned the saw to the angle that I like the look of, and I'm just going to quickly chop that angle onto the end of each piece. Each stand had a slightly different angle, just to see how I like the different angles, to be honest. So here I'm just clamping the stands together. I'm just going to quickly go over them with a bout sander once more, just to get out any imperfections in the slope that the laptop will be sat on, as I don't want the laptop to be rocking around whilst I'm using it. And then onto some more sanding just on the sides, just to get rid of any pencil marks that I've put onto the pieces whilst marking them out during the marking out process, and just another general tidy up. So here I'm just cutting a simple half lap joint which will join the two pieces together. Whilst chiseling, I only went halfway through from both sides to prevent any breakout on either face, as I've already given it its last final machine sand. And finally some hand sanding just to round over the edges, just to make it a bit softer to touch. I'm not going to be finishing the pieces with anything. I think they'll be fine just natural wood. So just a quick sand off and it will be job done. Okay, so here's the finished item. Come out really well, I think. Yes, it still looks rustic. Yes, it still looks like it was probably made from pallet wood. I really like how they come out. I like that look. I wasn't aiming to get anything pristine with A1 grade joinery. Just something nice and simple. I've been sat at the laptop all day today editing the video for you guys. I can say that the laptop stands make a hell of a difference. My wrists don't ache as much because the keypad's at a decent angle now that I can reach it. I'm really chuffed with them. I hope you've enjoyed this little video on my pallet wood laptop stands. If you've enjoyed the video, please drop a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I know there's only 2 videos on my channel at the moment, but I'm hoping to upload a new video once a week, probably on a Friday. Cheers. Thank you.